Hi everyone. We're gonna go over a product called Polygel. This one is by Tammy Taylor. It's called Sculpt, and this is their trial kit. So you get the pink Sculpt, then you will get a brush as well. You will also get a little bottle of primer. You will get a base coat, and you will get a nail liquid, which is specifically for Polygel only. So there's the Sculpt, there's the brush that comes with it, there's the acid primer, the base that you put on after the primer and cure it in an LED light, and there's the nail liquid specifically for Polygel products. And that's to help smooth the product out. And you just need a little bit of that. But you do have to be a professional to purchase Tammy Taylor products. I'm not sure where you would get Polygel besides Amazon. I'm not sure what other companies sell them to unlicensed people. I'm not sure. It also comes with a dapping dish as well if you get the Tammy Taylor kit. But again, you have to be licensed to purchase from her. So if you're not licensed, you probably want to go on to Amazon and look for some Polygel products. I'm sure there are some good products on there. So let's get started. Let's get all of that out of the way. So you're going to want to prep your nail. I already prepped those two nails in a previous video, so that's why they're done like that. But you do need an orange wood stick or a cuticle pusher, whether it's a plastic one, wood, or stainless steel. And you just want to push those cuticle back. You also want a nail file as well. I usually have an e-file, but for some people that can't e-file right now, you could definitely use a hand file. So you want to get all that dry skin off of the nail. That's all your dried up cuticle that grows onto the nail. You just want to scrape all that off the best you can. And then you're going to take a file. There's my e-file. That's what I normally use. But I'm going to show you how to do a regular file. So you're going to file off around the cuticle area to make sure you get all that dead skin off. If there's any skin left on the nail bed at all, you will have lifting. So your prep is definitely your number one thing that you got to worry about in order for your nails to stay on. So you want to file the whole nail. You want to remove all the shine. The file that I'm using, I believe it's a 100-180 grit. You don't need anything more coarse than that for your natural nail. Now, I already had some product on my nail prior to this. It is leftover hard gel. But we're still going to just file this nail like as if I don't have anything on it. Make sure you file straight from the sidewalls. Don't angle in at all. And then I file in a horseshoe pattern. I go up from one side, over, and down to the other side. Then you want to take a manicure brush, get all that dust off. You don't want any contaminations on that nail whatsoever. So make sure it's nice and clean. Then you want to take a little alcohol pad. Still got a little polish left right there. There, make sure that's all clean. Now we'll take the little alcohol pad and we'll cleanse that whole nail with alcohol, and that will also help dehydrate the nail. You want to make sure you get all the oil and all the contamination off the nail. Okay, here is, I'm pouring some Sculpt into a little dapping dish. You don't need a lot at all. Very, very little. Here's the brush. Make sure you dip that brush in there and get it fully saturated, and then wipe off the sides. Now I decide to wipe it with alcohol wipe, of course. I had to do a voiceover because there's just so much noise in the background of the original video that I just didn't like it. So yeah, I'm gonna do a voiceover. So here's the acid primer. You only need a little bit. It spreads. So you just dab it on until it spreads all over the nail. And that's it. And you would do that to all 10 nails. If you're doing this on yourself, just do one hand at a time. That's how I do my nails. I do one hand at a time. So I'll finish my left hand 100% before I move on to my right hand. So now, after that acid primer kind of dries a little bit, you're going to take the base wait for that to dry. And this dries, you have to cure this in an LED light for 45 seconds. And you're just going to put a thin layer of this base product on your nail. And it will not, okay, so I have to tell you, I have not used this product in a very long time. I've had this product since it first came out. It is old. That's why it looks chunky. So there is a shelf life to these things, you guys. So you do not want to use old product. If it's old like that, it's probably not going to stay on. But this is just for the video, is just to show you how it's done. So after I cure that in the LED light for 45 seconds, you're going to get a blob. Dip the ends of your brush into the liquid, and that will help keep it from sticking to your brush, and it'll help roll it off easier. Other than that, it's going to be a pain in the butt to transfer it. So you get a blob. You got to kind of eyeball it. And of course I lost it. Okay, so we're going to try to get another blob here. That one had an air bubble in it. Okay. So then you're going to just roll it onto the nail. There. And then you want to wipe off the rest of this polygel that is stuck to your brush. So now, we got that. So now you dip your brush in, get it fully saturated, wipe off the sides because you don't want to like flood your cuticles or anything with this product. That is possible. And then you just start working it into the nail. You start to shape it. You're going to try to thin it out back towards the cuticle, and you're just going to slowly push it back towards the cuticle. Get as close as you can without touching. If there's too much, that's fine. You can always take it off. Take it off the edge. And get more, once it starts getting like tacky or gritty feeling when you're trying to smooth it out, that means you need more liquid on your brush. So just push that right up to the cuticle. So that's all the excess right there. Make sure you get it out from under the nail. And then scrape your sides. Make sure there's nothing on your sides. You can back brush it if you need more product towards the back. I needed a little bit more towards the cuticle. And then just pat that into place. Line your sidewalls up. Get it just how you like it. Now, I don't use this product very often. At all, actually. I think I've used it like 4 or 5 times. And I'm just so used to acrylic and gel that I just don't go for polygel. And so here's all the excess that I'm just going to take off. And if you're doing all 5, you would take that excess and put it onto the next nail, so there would be no waste. That is a great thing about polygels. There's hardly any waste. And this is a really pretty light pink. It's very natural looking. And then once you're happy with it, this will have to go into the LED light. And there should be very little filing that comes with this, but it's super easy to file as well. So now we're going to put that in the light. Now it's cured. I put it in the light for about, I think it was 90 seconds. So there is a tacky layer to it when it cures. So you're going to wipe that off with some alcohol. It's nice and smooth. So let's get all this cleaned up real fast. Get everything out of the way so we can file. And put a top coat on it. So we're going to file your free edge. Make sure it's nice and straight, however shape you like it. Make sure you're going straight from the sidewalls. Don't cut into your sidewalls at all. You want to make sure when you're looking down the barrel of the nail that it's all nice and even. Again, this is very easy to file. You don't need a lot of pressure. Make sure you get it nice and flush around the cuticle area. You don't want any lumps back there. Clean that off with your cuticle brush really, really well. Get all that dust off. See how nice and even that is all the way around that free edge right there? Okay, we're going to wipe that with some alcohol. And we're going to get ready to put a clear coat on. I'm going to use Tammy Taylor's clear coat. It's called Flawless Foundation. It does have a tacky layer on it. Clean up your edges. Okay, so we cured that. So now we're going to wipe off the tacky layer. And there you go. That nail is done. Grab some cuticle oil. You can get cuticle oil anywhere off of Amazon. It don't matter. You don't have to have the most expensive one either. And that nail is done. It looks so pretty. So pretty. That pink is a really gorgeous color. So natural. It adds strength. I'm not sure what I'm saying in that moment right there, you guys. I have no idea. Like I said, I had to do a voiceover because the original was just not cutting it. And I was running out of nails to make a video. So I figured I'll just try and save this video. But look how pretty it is. I did get a little bit on my skin right there. So this is why you don't want to get it on the skin. You got to pick it off. And it's not always pleasant picking it off. So I just took a little scraper. And then it came right off. But that's why you want to avoid skin contact as much as possible. There. And there's your finished product. I just love that color so much.